Hello, I'm Pantance and I present news on all things tiny fighting men. In no particular order, without any links, here are the news. Hold on to your wallets. Games Workshop blesses us with an expansion for Blackstone Fortress. The older viewers may remember the Zode from the early days of the 40k universe. It's one of a kind and everything on that kit screams, "Pain me, baby." A company which name I won't try to pronounce brings to life a very metal dwarf wizard created by Colin McNeil and sculpted by Drew Williams. This little bugger really needs a front stage with a big fucking metal combo and some groupies. Maybe some more groupies. Cubicle 7 releases a free adventure for their Age of Sigmar Soulbound RPG. It's free, it's an RPG, what more do you want? Grab it while it's there and give it a look-see. Corvus Belli brings their weirdly named O12 action pack for Infinity Code 1. The poses are dynamic and cool, but what poor sort had to paint all that edge highlighting? I reckon he either gets a raise or a very, very long vacation. 1898 Miniaturas shows some very nice 28mm Spanish pikemen. And let me tell you, they have very long, very pointy sticks. You definitely don't want to be on the receiving end of those. I wonder if they use those pikes for barbecues. In other Corvus Belli news, they have shown a really cool looking old dude for their board game Aristea. It's an alternative sculpt and I will now butcher his name. Tabu Mastermind. Taui? Jeez, if speaking wasn't hard enough as it is. Lucid Eye have gone apeshit for their new released Beyond the Savage Core. The winged ape looks cool, but more like a flying librarian, but still somewhat cool. The Wolf Mother, on the other hand, is hot. At least that would explain why she's wearing nothing but a wolf pelt cape and some cloth. Definitely not safe for work. Mantic Games has announced that they will release a Hellboy figure that is based on an art piece by Mike Mignola. 10% of the proceeds of these handmade resin model kits will go to the World Central Kitchen charity, which are feeding the people in need in North America and Spain. Crooked Dice are up to something fishy for their 7TV range, but with the tentacle arm and all the monk-like ropes, I'd wager they would make a very cool cult for some great old ones. Not that I've looked at any books lately. Verdang! Gesundheit. Death Ray Designs shows some really cool MDF terrain that is intended to use with the upcoming game Gangs of Undercity by Fraggin' Unicorn Games. But I think these would look fine for Infinity, or in a galaxy far, far away. Brigade models, keepers of the Keltos license, show us some of the new models for the CDSU battle fleet to use in any of your spaceship fighting games. These sculpts definitely remind me of something, but I can't put my finger on. Wargames Atlantic previews their new Goblin Spider Rider, and this is really a first. The Goblin is way more ugly than the spider. Look at that face! Not even a mother could love that. Mantic Game ups the level of the Hellboy board game with 3 new expansions. A set of creatures, a giant snake lady and Baba Yaga. I don't know what you think about it, but Baba Yaga could use some anti-wrinkle cream. And why is she in a bucket? Artel W Miniatures is planning on releasing... Hey, who are you? Get out of here! Ah! Orcs, 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 orcs. Kurasan Miniatures are rubbing Warren's belly by releasing 15mm 16th century English infantry and longbowmen. These little buggers really have something going for them, and it may be that they simply look very good. TT Combat really surprised me and a lot of other people with their take on halflings. A. They are not eating anything. B. They are female. C. They are riding on walruses. And D. Warbears. Fucking hell. No matter what fantasy system you are playing, if you have halflings, get these. Warbears and walrus cavalry for the win. Normally we don't cover Kickstarters here, but Mortian are previewing such nice space rats that you must see them. If all scouts turn out this cool, I want them to do dwarves in space next, with trikes, beer, barrels and hooks, towing hooks. Word Games are cooking up something strange on Malifaux. A Dr. Meredith Stanley for herself doesn't look too healthy, and a Melisaurus Rex with an octopus as a tongue and an appetite for green little ones. What are they smoking in the office? And where can I get some? Battlefront Miniatures is showing pre-orders for World War III Team Yankee, a starter set, Warthogs, Harriers and Abrams. Lots of guns and tanks. All the guns and tanks. After all, these are Americans. Murica! Victrix Limited is showing their sprues for their upcoming Persian Ancient Forces, Spearmen and Archers, both in armored and unarmored form, as well as in respective command sprues. Perry Miniatures have released their first sets of The War of the Triple Alliance, 3 Uruguayan sets and 1 Brazilian unit. I must admit, I've never heard of that war before, and I never saw the Uruguayan uniforms for that. Or have I in some movie and I can't remember? I can't say, but what I can say, great looking skulls. And where's one exception, there's another one coming. Tabletop World is showing the upcoming Gothic Graveyard Terrain Kickstarter, and man do these stone walls look awesome. Yes, you could do them with XPS foam and a lot of cutting, but these just look insanely detailed. Let's hope they are not too pricey. Knights of the Dice have done something different for their Easy District Sci-Fi terrain range. Instead of building yet another bar, house, ruin or industrial complex, we have gotten the Hermes-class monorail car. I say it fits Star Wars, Shadowrun, Cyberpunk, Infinity and maybe even Fallout. And Games Workshop today showed the contents of the upcoming Indominus launch box for 40k 9th edition. It contains 2 forces, Necrons, Smurfs and a rulebook, and that's it. Because it's a starter set, it doesn't come with dice, measuring sticks or anything else. It's also available only in limited quantities and as a pre-order because it's for the collectors. No words on pricing, but it'll be 50%-ish cheaper than buying all the boxes separately. Make out of that what you will. Additionally, they did a Beyond Box preview where they showed the Firestrike servo turret, which looks quite nice, and an Invader ATV. Yes. In contrast to the Space Marine bikes, this thing could actually go ATV, but it looks like someone deeply in love with an Orc war buggy has snuck this design in there. Look at this. And with this said, thank you for being here, and I will see you again next time. Good night.